Hey everybody, quick intro for today so we can get straight to the messages. Everybody needs a message today, so we are just going to go straight to it. This is the Collective Creativity Reading, and I'm your host, Laura, here on the Creativity Broadcast. This is for you if you are a creative person, if you are sensitive to the energies around, interested in how our creative practice and our creative identity can be sourced by the energies around us and also hopefully have an impact on the world. We're just going to get straight to it today. I'm going to start with the wisdom of Avalon. So as always, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Setting the intention to connect with our higher self. And also setting some clear boundaries right now. Only the energies of creativity, unconditional love, and imagination are invited here with us today. Thank you. Okay. What's the high level for us today? What do we most need to know? Just going to shuffle until the message comes out. It's taking a little time. I think it wants us to relax. Oh, shoot. Got it. Serpent. Knowledge, healing. 23. The serpent. Wow. The serpent's message is one of healing and of gaining knowledge. Whatever situation you're in right now is meant for this purpose. The serpent also reminds you that knowledge is important. Perhaps it's time for you to read a book or take a class in order to gain more understanding of your inquiry, or you may need to ask questions of others who know and can help you. Ask the serpent and you will be guided to the right answer easily and effortlessly. The serpent heralds success if you follow his signal. The serpent also lets you know that you may be suffering because there are aspects of yourself that are wounded and still need some tending. Now is the time for this. Perhaps you need to rest, meditate, and allow the knowledge to come to consciousness. Or maybe you just need to sleep more. Another aspect of serpent energy is that each time you experience a healing or learn new things, you may need to shed your skin to adopt a new one. But don't worry, the serpent says that it's a necessary and beautiful thing. Yeah, wow. If you've been here for the last couple of readings, these messages have been really tender. And that's appropriate because we are coming to the conclusion of can't make this up. Coming to the conclusion of the year of the snake in general. So we're going to continually be processing, shedding. Most of the people that I'm in communication with right now are feeling this mix of able to see what's ahead and getting excited for it. But in order to get there, feeling this immense irritation, almost frustration with a desire to get there faster. And instead, what we keep being met with is hey, partner, slow down. And let's continually look. Let's be a little bit more vulnerable with ourselves and look at what else we can start to let go of. And I'm getting the message right now that this shedding experience is to lighten our load so that where we're going next and who we're becoming next is actually supposed to feel easier and lighter and without so much burden. But I'm getting that knowledge is important, especially if maybe part of what might be going on for you is just continually getting interested in more knowledge and how you can help your community right now. But the healing is also mega important. The slowing down, the being willing to be with ourselves and to be in a healing conversation, being open to the tenderness and gentleness that it would take to really heal some of these things. So if this is resonating with you, take a minute and jot down some notes about what you're aware of in terms of where that vulnerability is and what kind of healing you might be asking for. I notice that I'm kind of instinctively, I've got my hands here in front of my throat. And I'm also getting about this message that it may be a throat chakra, throat energy center healing. You might have felt misunderstood or unable to speak some of your truth, or maybe it's a relationship in which you've been letting yourself kind of skate by without telling the truth. So there may be a healing needed there, but I'm also getting it for the heart chakra, that may be like a healing around being able to receive love. Not only give it, of course, but really in the receiving, in that green heart chakra. So let's go for some more clarification on this message. We're going to go straight to the animal spirit guidebook. Oof, yeah, the year of the snake is really not leaving any stone unturned. I feel like I keep thinking maybe my lessons are complete. They're not. They just keep coming. Though, to be honest, the more that I am open to it, the softer the lesson learning seems to be. Take that as you will. Okay, so what do we need to know just to clarify this message of the serpent? Knowledge and healing. Oh, geez, come on. This is crazy. Are there any more? Or is that it? Oh, geez, there's 4. That's nice. Whale on the bottom. We'll talk about that later. Okay, let's see what I got. Oh, geez. Okay. Scorpion. Unicorn. Peacock. Crow. I was just thinking the other day that with all of my use of this deck, crow is one of the animals that I'd never gotten before. So here we are. Scorpion, unicorn, peacock, and crow. Fascinating. Okay, so what do we need to know? How does this connect to the energy of the serpent? Interesting. If we think about Scorpion first, sort of the entry point to learning lessons sometimes is defensiveness. But I also get with Scorpion, I get precision. Like there might be a place where you are trying to tell the truth about something or be more honest. And this is saying, yeah, the more specific you can be, the stronger your impact. Unicorn, the soft, innocent. It's the innocence behind the need to express your truth. The purity of the desire to be known. Wow, that really hit me. Almost like a child just wanting to be understood. Just like, please get me. Please understand me. Please see me. So these might be coming through as linked. Like there might be like a sting that your message wants to come through. And it's actually to protect this very pure self. Next we have the peacock. And peacock is all about beauty and connection. And crow, look at this. Crow, the magic, the darkness. Okay. Yeah, this is really like coming through with a lot of emotion right now. So let's just go in order. We're going to start with the Scorpion. Okay. Scorpion. Okay, let's see. Passionate, competitive, tends toward isolation. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. When in balance, wild and free, fierce. When out of balance, jealous, resentful, unresolved. To bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. Yeah, so it's funny because the written message about Scorpion is really like about relationships and sort of becoming like stinging because of something from the past. And it is interesting because so much of the the resolution of Scorpion energy is connection, intimacy, forgiveness. So there just may be an opportunity to look at like, oh, what actually is in the way of that forgiveness energy, of that peaceful, serene, magical connection that I have with my people. That's what the Scorpion card is here to indicate. I'm also thinking in particular for creative people, this is a really tender time. And just taking this reading in the context of more shedding as we conclude the year of the snake, I think it would stand to reason that we might be feeling more prickly in general. The state of the world, but also like for a lot of us, I think our relationship with what we do creatively is very pure. And sometimes when I'm feeling insecure, this is the place I like to retreat to, but sometimes it can become the place that I defend from, so it's probably pretty important to keep that in mind. I'm really curious for those of you listening to this, like what part of the Scorpion message is really resonating. I'm very curious. Okay, let's talk about the unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between a yes, a no, and a maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experience. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. And then it says the unicorn in the sixth chakra. So this one. It's no surprise. The subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while the third eye peers into the future. And how beautiful that, if we take that for a moment, the third eye, the one that is able to see into the future, is the one that requires us to have a little faith and then really be open and curious instead of defensive, or it's pretty cool. Wow, unicorn. All right, let's get to the peacock of it all. I'm super curious. So we have the peacock and we have the crow. Okay, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Where are you, peacock? Okay. It's interesting. The energy of this reading, sometimes my readings have like a very clear cadence, and this one is feeling a little bit like it kind of wants us to set these all out on a picnic blanket and then look at them all at once. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Okay. So peacock energy is about, this is actually a very strong card. This is about our strength and resilience. Okay. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, it says meditation on navel, which you could take to mean a lot of different things, but my interpretation of this is really about the solar plexus, the chakra right above our navel, which is represented by the color yellow. And it's really about personal power. And of course, it's the same area where our tummies are. So it represents digestion and just our ability to understand experiences. So I think a lot of what's coming through here is you might actually be in a place where you've actually been either recently aware of some difficult things in relationships close to you that you haven't seen before, and you might be having a hard time taking them in. Or you're aware that you have grown quite a lot, and you're noticing that it's actually a lot easier to digest certain things about people. Maybe you're clinging to them a little bit less. You're not feeling so disappointed or like someone has fallen off a pedestal. You're actually aware, oh, I can see that, everybody is imperfect, and maybe my expectations of someone were too high. Either way, this is a card that's actually speaking to our ability to come to a sense of completion with something like this so that we can move forward. I'm also really getting with, like, in the context of these other cards today, and also in the context of the snake card, which is sort of the umbrella of this entire thing, that this is an invitation to take some time away for ourselves to do a little bit of healing and to maybe look in an area where we haven't wanted to look, or it's sort of been like under the surface. But we're being given this space to actually choose to heal from something and do a little bit of an inventory of like, oh, here's where I notice I'm feeling resentment. What parts of this can I actually choose actively to let go and release my own burdens from? What parts of this still need some resolution in relationship with other people? Or it might not even be people. It could be an entity. Like maybe you've been trying to push something in your business that doesn't feel like it's been working, or something in your creative life that feels like you've just been really stuck. Maybe the crow card will actually shed some light on this. Let's see. Okay. Crow. Spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Wow, okay, so we're getting a handful of messages about three realities today, which I know I've talked about on this channel before. But let's just, as we proceed with this, let's keep in mind and ask yourself, what's important about past, present, future for me today? What's important about considering these three realities being demarcated? Okay. Let's see. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded, hypersensitive. To bring into balance, daily meditation practice. Okay. Wow. So this sort of feels like from Scorpion, Unicorn, Peacock to Crow, I feel like we're kind of getting this lovely spiraling further inward to remind us that we always have access to an inner peace where discernment and healing can reside. This reading is saying very clearly, hey, on the surface, are you prickly and fiery? Here's what's probably going on. Remember that you are strong, and much of your strength is derived from that ability to rest, create a little bit of self-mastery, meditate, do whatever it is that you need to do to get back to that sense of serenity. And it's also, I think it's also reminding too that like, there is some wisdom in Scorpion, right? Sometimes when Scorpion gets kicked up, it's because some of our needs aren't getting met. And so we can kind of follow this little trajectory to look at like, oh, is there actually something that I need? But the other thing I appreciate about Scorpion is that Scorpion is also really discerning about like for whom and what it will scuttle out for. You know, there's a reason why the star sign of Scorpio actually has so many gifts, right? Is because it's it doesn't scuttle out for just anyone. So it means that things are important, which is a sign that what you're focusing on has you on the right track. I'm also really getting that Scorpion energy like is often a reminder of the power of boundaries. And as per the Crow, it may not necessarily be boundaries regarding other people. It might be more boundaries regarding yourself and like where you're mentally allowing yourself to go. Again, this is kind of a doubling down from last week's message, which is all about creating really great boundaries. Yeah. Wow. Fascinating. So let's talk a little bit about this last card, which is Whale. Whale. Oh, whale. I got kind of whale on my sweatshirt today. Whale is a passing through. I mean, it's more like, to me, the whale card presenting itself here is reminding us that the stuff that is getting kicked up, it's not that it's not getting kicked up for a reason. The healing around it is important because of the larger arc of the journey that you're on. So pay attention. Take some time to take care. If you need it, I have some other videos on this channel that are like journey with me, body doubling, that kind of thing. So if you're having trouble creating some space for yourself, that resource is around. Yeah, and I'm also just getting a really clear message. Whale is also about the depth of our compassion. Just to remember, whether it's for you or other people, compassion's going to go a lot farther than you think. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for today. If this video was useful to you, please go ahead and give it a like. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you're taking away. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and these videos will pop up for you when they're uploaded. And what else? What else do I want you guys to know? Oh, there's a bunch of free stuff linked below. If you want to get onto my email list, you can. I also have a free guide called Uncover Your Creative Magic that you can get below there. It's pretty cool. Very fun, interactive, almost board gamey way of getting yourself to a new place with your creativity. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you later.